guys, Assalamu alaikum. I'm programmer at Techsort and this is our class 2. I hope you will learn and enjoy it too.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Layouts basically define how our components will be placed in our GUI, on what pattern they will be placed on the GUI. Let's have a quick review of the layouts of Java Windows Builder. Border layout. In border layout, there are components in this pattern, like the first component will be at the top, then left, right, center, and the bottom. In box layout, the components will be coming in a single row or a single column. In flow layout is the default layout. In flow layout, the components will be in a single row, not in a single row, the components will be coming in a row. Now, if I add another component, the next component will be coming in the next row. Like if the space in that row has finished, the component will come in the next row. Card layout. In card layout, there is most of the time a combo box below which there are other components. Like if you see in these both layouts, there is a combo box. This combo box and this combo box. Box is a component in which there is a list. Like if I click on that arrow, there will be a list below. In card layout, there will most of the time a combo box below which then other components will be shown. Grid layout. In grid layout, there are different cells of different sizes, and the components will be placed in that cell. And then absolute layout, which we will be using in our programs most of the time. In absolute layout, there is no particular pattern. You can place your components anywhere in your GUI according to your choice without any layout or condition. Back to our Eclipse workplace. If I want to apply any of the layout on my GUI, I just have to click on that layout. For example, if I want to apply border layout, click on the layout and then click on the GUI. If you want to apply absolute layout, click on that layout and then click on the GUI. Now let's discuss our components of the GUI. Components are basically whatever will be shown on the GUI screen when the program will run, or whatever the GUI will consist of, we will use them from components. For example, if I talk about the Eclipse GUI, this whole screen is the GUI of Eclipse. So these all menus, these all icons, buttons, everything. If I want to use any of the component, I just have to click on that component and click on my GUI wherever I want to place that component. As I am using absolute layout, so I can place it anywhere on the screen. Let it place here. Now, whatever component is selected, its properties are shown in the properties panel. Variable is the name with which we can access this component in our source code, in our program. Bounds is how large this component is, and there are different other properties. Is it enabled or not? Font size, background color, foreground color, text. Text is what is shown on that label. For example, here new label is the text. If I want to change the text, I can simply change it from here. Let's name it my first GUI. Let it increase the size. Here we go. So there are different properties of any of the components. Now let's discuss one by one about these all the components. Jlabel. Jlabel is a static text, string, or an image or both. This is mainly most of the time Jlabel, we use Jlabels where we don't want to change our text during the execution. We can change it, but most of the time Jlabel is used for headings and for naming the thing. Jtextfield. Jtextfield and jtextarea. We will discuss them side by side. Jtextfield, we use it to get input from the user, one line input from the user. And jtextarea, we use it to get multiple lines input from the user. Jcombobox. Jcombobox is, I can explain it from here. This is jcombobox. There's an arrow with it. When I click on that arrow, a list is shown. So when I use jcombobox, there's an arrow below which a list is shown. I can select anything from that list. Jbutton. Jbutton is basically a push button to on runtime if I want to, for example, if I use this button like this. So when this button will be clicked, any action will be performed. We will define that action in our source code. That what action will be performed when this button will be clicked. jtextbox. Jtextbox is basically yes or no. JRadio button and jtextbox. They are basically yes or no, whether it is checked or not. And jpassword. Jpassword is basically encrypted password. For example, if I like on Facebook, when we log in, the password is encrypted. We cannot see the password. There is a black circle shown instead of that password. Jscrollbar. Jscrollbar is basically this scroll bar. For example, in this screen, if I increase its size, then the scroll bar will be displayed. This is the scroll bar. So if we want to insert this scroll bar in our GUI, we can insert it from here. So these were the basic components of Eclipse GUI. We will be using the only what I have explained, only those components we will be using.